Hi, Troy Garner, Executive Director of the Planning, Design, and Construction team, and I'm here today at the Emily Griffith campus, where we have leaders on both our academic and operational side of the house that have come together to talk about exactly what our facilities can look like in the future to support today's students, as well as understand exactly what our capital needs are as we think about making sure that we have quality learning environments to ensure that a student experience is awesome in our schools.
But ultimately, we're going to be responsible.
So is that inform and access?
Or it's overstimulating. If I'm in a place of neon colors.
So this meeting was a really cool opportunity where leaders from our Office of Schools and our Office of Operations got to come together to help refine the vision for what our next round of classroom spaces really should look like to best reflect our strategic roadmap and achieve some of our priorities.
Very rarely do you get an opportunity to re-envision what DPS looks like in 2022. And this meeting is allowing us to be forward thinkers.
More and more across the country, people are acknowledging that architecture does make a difference. Research has told us is that architecture really accounts for 16% of learning outcomes. Does architecture get in the way? Can it enable? And even more these days, can it be a catalyst for change?
We truly believe as architects that the building is like the third teacher. We can design spaces and organize spaces within the school to really engage the learning of the students, to support a curriculum, to support a philosophy of learning.
It defines the student experience, especially after COVID. It gives everyone a chance to really rethink what is education. Students have gone from self-driven type environments with their iPads to going back to the schools, which is a great chance to socialize, really re-engage with their colleagues, with their faculty. So now how do you blend that for a real nurturing type environment?
For 21st century learning, natural lights, what's best for the students, what's best for the adults.
While we prioritize the student experience, and really what we're here to do is create these educational experiences for kids, we also want to make sure that our community feels welcome in our schools.
There's another part of this big comprehensive analysis, which is what we call the education suitability studies, which we walk every single schools with a team of experts. They assessing the space based on type of criteria of what we want to see in our school later, and we engage our principals.
It's not just a bunch of adults standing in a room and making recommendations about what student spaces will look like. Students, just in the way that we talked in the room about students taking ownership over their learning, students will need to take ownership over their space design as well. And so we're really looking forward to engaging students in this process so that they can also tell us what matters to them in the learning environment that we're creating.
This is a very progressive district, and the district has been so sensitive and very cognizant about making sure that their community is not only just represented, but also really embraced within the process itself.
They've really established a very clear and concise strategic plan. That becomes our North Star of what we're looking at in terms of the suitability plan, the master plan, the educational specifications, because those all address how architecture can enable and support their strategic mission.
For the community, I think it's important for them to know that we're being very thoughtful with every single dollar to ensure our students feel welcome, they feel safe, and they can get to grade level texts and tasks with the physical environments in place.
When our students thrive, we all do too. And that's kind of the outcome that we're aiming for here in the conversation.